Okay. Handicap this one for me, Charles. Is he going to win? What are the odds?
We'll see. It depends on what he's willing to spend. It does. So,
how's this going to affect the price of Bitcoin?
I think there's too much focus on the price of Bitcoin and Silk Road, and what I think people really need to focus on is the blockchain technology is something that's going to revolutionize the world. It is the Internet of tomorrow, and if you haven't seen Bill Gates try to explain to David Letterman the Internet in 1995, you should go watch him try because it's comical.
And all right. We need to back up, I think, because a lot of viewers, they hear about Bitcoin and it represents this alternative currency to them. It's interesting, and its price. I think we get the price of Bitcoin right there for you, 372. It had been higher than $1,000, so coming down from what we saw last year. And as we watch it currently trading, it's off about. Is this a current price, guys? We got up 31% there today, so a little bit of demand perhaps related to this auction. But what Charles is talking about is the blockchain, and that's the technology that makes this currency possible. Walk us through it, Charles.
So the blockchain is basically a decentralized general ledger. And a Bitcoin is just a token or a line item in that database. And because it's virtual and there's no third party involved, you can do all sorts of things on this technology. You could store property, title records. You could store almost anything. And I think what's going to be very interesting to see is, if you look at Silicon Valley, that was built off of, that whole industry was built off of, that whole area was built because of computers and the internet. And I think with blockchain technologies, there's going to be new areas popping up that spawn this. And it could be New York, or it could even be here in Washington.
Can you give us a quick example? I got a minute left, but tell the viewer what it could represent. I mean, might you not need a deed to your home anymore? Could that be online? You may not need a deed. Everything could be online. It's just one way to hold it. And I think it'll be really interesting. I mean, I actually think, Crystal City and what Vornado is building down here, I think there are going to be a ton of people flocking to this area because of the fact that Bitcoin's regulated and, the innovation center they're building. I'd love to see new technology companies doing this. They just, one of our portfolio companies just launched an ATM coin outlet in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So this stuff is coming. It's very interesting. It is really interesting. In terms of the auction, you got more Bitcoin there on the market. It may be being sought after today, but once you flood the market with more coins, could we see a little decrease in the price tomorrow?
We'll see. The difficulty level for mining has gone down. There are less miners online, so it really depends. Whoever buys it, if they choose to dump it in one block, that could push the market down. If they choose to hold it, then it's not in the market. It's supply and demand.